If you're new to exercise or haven't trained in a while, this video is the perfect starting point. Research shows that the number one cause of back pain is weak glutes. To strengthen them, it's crucial to learn how to activate them properly. In our experience, many people who have taken a break from exercise find that their glutes have been inactive for some time.
Okay, let's get ourselves into a comfortable position, lying on our back, feet flat, knees bent, and hands by our side for support. I want our feet around shoulder width apart, just like this. We're going to start with what we call the windshield wiper. It's going to roll our knees to one side until you feel a stretch in your glutes, hips, and lower back. Do not go to the point of pain. It should feel really good. Hold that for 5 seconds, and then like a windshield wiper, we're going to go to the other side and feel the stretch on the other side. Holding that, and then we'll come back. We'll do that a couple of times, each time seeing if you can build into it that little bit more. But maintaining your hands on the ground and shoulders on the ground, and just feel that stretch. And then we'll go back, and let's go the other side. And let's do one more time each side. Just loosening up everything so we're ready for our exercises. And the last one, have a really good stretch, building into it. Let's come back to our home position, feet are shoulder width apart, we're nice and relaxed. We're going to start by placing one foot on the opposite knee. Today we'll put the left foot on the right knee, just like this. Then we're going to try and push our left knee away from us without using our hands. Just use your knee strength and hip strength. Hold that and then come back. So each time we're looking to hold for around 5 seconds. Let's push the second time, trying to build into it that little bit more. Again, without going into any pain. If it's painful, back off. And let's come back. And the last one, if you're feeling good, just push it that little bit more. So you start to feel a stretch in your glutes. Your back's out of the equation on the ground. So it's a really good stretch. If you can, try and do more of these. Then we're going to, just like we did with the windshield wiper, we'll try and bring that heel closer if you can. And then we're going to allow that knee to come across as far as you can, again without getting into any pain, until you feel a stretch through those glutes and lower back. Holding that for 5 seconds and then coming back to where we started. Coming across again and see if you can go a little bit further if it feels good. You should start to feel that down your glutes towards your lower back and hips. Coming back, and we're going to go one more time, nice and relaxed. Let's go one more time. So keeping our hands on the ground, shoulders on the ground, and just isolate that stretch. Holding that. And let's return to our starting position with the feet flat and knees bent. Let's do the other side. So we'll put the right foot on the left knee, just resting it there. And then just using our knee strength and hip strength, we're going to push that knee forward, not with our hands, and hold it for 5 seconds. Relax and come back. Let's go again with that knee, building into it. Again, like I said, don't want any pain. We want it so you feel a good stretch in those glutes, lower back. Come back. And the last one, building into it that little bit more. Try and bring that foot closer if you can, or the one that's on the ground each time. All right, we'll then do the windshield wiper on this side. So just rotating to the other side, like we just did before, and feeling that stretch in your glutes. It's a deeper stretch, but it feels really good. Let's come back. Each time we're holding for around that 5 second mark. Relax, and then we're going to go again. So the knee's just going like the windshield wiper and giving it a stretch in that right glute. Then we come back, and the last one, let's see if we can build into it that little bit more. Allow the leg to go towards the ground, hold that stretch, and holding for 5. And then relax. So now we're nice and loosened up, we're warmed up. We're going to go back to our feet flat, knees bent, hands by side like our original position. We want to push our heels into the ground. And then we're going to draw our belly button in, but pretend someone's kind of poked you in the tummy, so you brace your core. We take a big breath in and just lift the hips up slowly until you got a straight line from your knees, hips and belly button and your shoulders. Now you may not get there, that's okay. Just do the best you can for now. We're going to hold that for 5 seconds and then relax, going down slowly. Once we're on the ground, relax. Push the heels into the ground gently. Draw your belly button in as if someone's poking you in the tummy. Take a big breath in and breathing out as you lift up slowly. This protects your back and gets your glutes going. We're holding for 5 seconds. That's around about now, and back down. Nice and relax. Let's do a couple more. Just gently push the heels to the ground. Brace your core, big breath in and breathing out as you're lifting up as far as you can. If you're going good, build into it that little bit more. Holding for 5 seconds and then relax back down again. Let's go again, heels to the ground, belly button in, big breath in and breathing out as you're lifting your hips up. Once you've reached the point, at the highest point you can, hold for 5 seconds. And relax. So that's called the bridge. It's one of our favourite exercises to get your glutes going. Now perhaps you're still not feeling them, so we're going to roll onto our tummy. Place our chin on our hands. Rest our chin on our hands and extend our legs. We want to try and keep the hips on the ground as much as you can. We're going to bend the right leg for a starter, or bend the left leg. We started with the left leg, sorry. So bend the left leg so it's nice and 90 degrees like this. And then just lift it off the ground, those 5 centimeters or a couple of inches, and hold it for those 5 seconds. And then relax. Straighten out the leg again, and this time we'll bend the right leg. Lift it off the ground. Hold it for 5 seconds and relax. So straighten out the legs again. This time bring the knees together and then we'll bend the right knee this time and lift it up. Left leg, sorry. And then squeeze your butt like a fist if you can. And relax back down again. And then we'll bend the right leg, lift it up, and squeeze your butt like a fist. Even put your hand on your butt so you can feel that glute happening. Place the knee down and relax. Let's go again with the left leg. Bend, lift a little bit off the ground. See if you can squeeze your butt like a fist. Holding that for those 5 seconds and relax. Change legs, bend, lift and squeeze your butt. And relax. If they feel good, do a couple more because they will really help you get your glutes going without your lower back being engaged. From there, we're going to go to a bird dog position. So we're on all fours, just like Lisa. Knees under the hips, shoulders over the wrists, nice straight line. Again, we're going to brace our core by drawing our tummy in. Then we're going to slide our left leg back as far as we can, keeping the toe on the ground until you feel a stretch in your calf. Then you're going to lift that leg up and hold it for 5 seconds, trying to keep that straight line. This is really going to get your glutes and core working. Place the leg back down and drag it back in slowly. Check Your knees are still hip width apart, you're nice and stable, there's that nice straight line. Then we'll go with the right leg, slide it back out as far as you can. Until you feel a stretch in the calves, lift it up and hold it for 5 seconds. Holding that and relax back down, drag it back in. Check, you're in a nice stable position. Let's go again on the left leg, slide it back out a bit further if we can. Lift it back up and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, relax back down. Drag it back in so you're back on all fours. Let's go to the right leg, slide it back out and up we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Come back in. From here we're going to go to what's called the hydrant. So instead of sliding our left leg out, we're going to lift the left knee towards the ceiling, but we're going to look up at the same time. So lifting it up and just holding it for those 5 seconds, so the glutes have to fire. And then relax. And then we'll do the right leg, so lifting it up and looking up at the same time, so you're keeping that knee at 90 degrees and lifting up and holding, and then relaxing back down. So let's go again on the left leg, so lifting it up and looking up at the same time. 3, 2, 1, relax back down. Then with the right leg, lifting the knee up just as far as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. Let's go one more on each leg. Up we go. Holding. 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. And last one, up we go. Looking and lifting at the same time. 4, 3, 2, 1. If they feel good, feel free to do some more. They're a great exercise to get the glutes on. From there, we're going to go to a hip flexor stretch. So we want to have one leg in front that's bent and the other leg behind. Our feet are apart, kind of like railway tracks. We want to be up nice and tall, have our hands on our hips, and then try and squeeze your glutes and draw your tummy in as if someone's poked you in the tummy, and then just move forward from the hips and hold that. So you should feel a stretch in your hip flexor, which is the muscle between your quadricep and your hip. And they get very tight from sitting down and can cause your glutes not to activate. We're just going to hold that for 30 seconds, just trying to keep up nice and tall, keep the tummy in throughout. And that's time. We'll turn around and do the other side.
Turn around and do the other side. Good idea.
All right, so we draw your tummy in, squeeze the butt behind you, and just lean forward from the hips, keeping up nice and tall, and feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Careful you don't arch at the back at all. Hold that for around 30 seconds. So it's really important we get our hip flexors lengthened because we want to strengthen the glutes. It's like the biceps and triceps, they can't go together at the same time. One has to give. So with that being said, we're now going to go onto our back and stretch our glutes. So we're back to where we started with our feet flat, knees bent, nice and relaxed. We're going to place one foot on the opposite knee. And then this time we're going to push that knee and hold it for 30 seconds starting now. Not using our hands, just push into it. Get yourself into an uncomfortable position but not painful, and hold for 30 seconds. So what we've done today is activated the glutes, strengthen the glutes, stretched our hip flexors, and now we're going to stretch our glutes, and then we'll see how we feel after, where we go to from here. And that's our 30 seconds. Now we'll do the other side. So place the foot on the opposite knee, same as the mobilizers, but this time it's a stretch. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds, longer if you can. If you don't feel tight in this area, and that's easy, give these a miss, because you obviously don't need them, but we'll take you to the next level after this stretch, and then perhaps that one you may need. So some people are flexible, and that's great. You don't have to stretch as much, but you often find you do need to strengthen, because without glutes, you can't do much at all. Okay, let's go back to the original position. This time we're going to grab our hands together and lift the foot off the ground. Reach through to the back of the knee and pull that knee to your chest. Push that knee away, and if you can, put your head on the ground, and that should isolate your glute and really stretch it out. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. If you can't get your hands behind your knee, just grab your pants. That's fine for now. But just get yourself into a stretch, or go to our stretch section and you'll see some other stretches for your glutes that don't involve you being on your back if you're tight on your hips. Let's hold that for 30 seconds. And that's time, and we'll do the other side. So foot goes on the opposite knee. Then the other foot comes off the ground. We reach through both hands and grab the back of that knee, pull the knee into the chest, push the knee away, and relax, and hold that for 30 seconds. We want to lengthen our glutes after we strengthen them. Holding that, got about another 10 seconds to go. So after these stretches, see how you feel tomorrow. If you feel good after, it's the ideal time to go for a walk. You're all got your glutes on, you're all set to go. Enjoy a walk, come back, and you'll feel good. Otherwise, please go to the next video, which is core for absolute beginners. See you in the next video.
Stand up and try squeezing your glutes like a fist. If you can't do it, repeat this exercise tomorrow. If you can, we recommend moving on to the next video, Core Essentials for Absolute Beginners.